When a teenager ran up to a wheelchair-bound veteran and attempted to steal his bag, he likely assumed he had found an easy target to try to rob. However, the suspect quickly learned a tough lesson that he likely never saw coming. You don't mess with a veteran, especially one in a wheelchair in Texas. Before we continue, please take some time to subscribe to Dailydose, like, and share this video with your friends. A 64-year-old wheelchair-bound military veteran was waiting to catch a ride home in downtown Houston, Texas, when an alleged would-be robber ran up to his wheelchair and tried to steal his backpack while he waited for the city's public transit. However, rather than making off with the wheelchair-bound veteran's bag, the teen suspect got more than he bargained for when the vet put up a fight. According to reports, the incident unfolded around 9 p.m. on a Monday night near the intersection of Main Street and Pierce Street by the downtown transit center metro station. When the teenager tried to rob the wheelchair-bound veteran, he likely didn't anticipate that his victim could be armed, but he was. So, instead of making off with the vet's backpack, the suspect got multiple gunshot wounds instead. Officers with the Metro Police Department were flagged down and located the source of the gunfire before turning the scene over to Houston Police Department. The veteran admitted to shooting the teenager, who he claimed was trying to rob him. HPD confirmed that the 18-year-old suspect ran up to the veteran and tried to steal his bag as the vet was waiting on public transportation near the metro station. After the teen grabbed his bag, a struggle ensued before the veteran pulled out a firearm and shot the attempted robber multiple times, police said. When first responders arrived at the scene, they found the suspect already on the ground with multiple gunshot wounds. He was transported to a local hospital in critical condition, where he was treated and later upgraded to stable condition and expected to recover, according to Cake News. He is a veteran, and he was in the area to catch a metro back to his residence, Lieutenant J.P. Horlika explained. The victim in the wheelchair was able to produce a firearm to defend himself and fired multiple shots, striking the suspect, Horlika continued. The suspect ran several hundred yards, where he collapsed and was picked up by the Houston Fire Department and treated, Horlika added. The wheelchair-bound veteran was unharmed and remained at the scene, where he cooperated with investigators, police said. Immediately after the incident, reports stated that it was unclear whether anyone would face any charges over the altercation, but officials said that once the suspect was well enough to speak with them, they would file charges. Sadly, crimes of theft have become increasingly common in the city. In fact, Houston business owners said a relentless wave of robberies has forced many of them to sleep in their businesses while armed in hopes of deterring crime, according to a report from The Blaze. More than one business owner expressed fear that the string of robberies might put them out of business. That is the biggest problem right now. Me and plenty of other bar owners are sleeping in our bars armed, Sean Fitzmaurice, the owner of Reserve 101, explained. Marin Slanina, the owner of Star Sailor, echoed similar sentiments, saying, "We are all getting broken into and things in bars are getting stolen." In addition to telling the city council that the influx of robberies was going to force them to close down, Houston bar and other business owners also complained that the police response is far too slow to make a dent in the robberies, with one owner alleging that response times to the alarms are anywhere from an hour to 4 hours. With robbers in and out in 15 minutes, police officers are at a disadvantage. As the old saying goes, when seconds count, the police are only minutes away, and it's no fault of their own. Law enforcement simply can't be everywhere at once. But thanks to the Second Amendment, business owners and innocent citizens don't have to be sitting ducks at the mercy of criminals. Instead, a wheelchair-bound veteran can level the field when attacked by a teen and defend himself and his property. This incident serves as a stark reminder of the importance of self-defense, particularly in an era where crimes against vulnerable individuals are on the rise. The wheelchair-bound veteran, despite his physical limitations, demonstrated the power of preparedness and resolve. His quick thinking and ability to protect himself not only saved his belongings, but also potentially his life. This is a lesson not only for would-be criminals, but for citizens who may find themselves in similar situations. The rise in criminal activity across many urban areas, including Houston, underscores the need for vigilance and preparedness. It also highlights the importance of community awareness and support for law enforcement. While the police do their best to respond swiftly to incidents, the reality is that they cannot be everywhere at once. This is where the rights and responsibilities of individuals to protect themselves come into play. The veteran's story is a powerful example of how the Second Amendment empowers citizens to defend themselves when the need arises. Moreover, this incident should prompt a broader discussion about the safety and security of vulnerable populations, including the elderly and disabled. These groups are often seen as easy targets by criminals, making it all the more crucial that they have the means and knowledge to protect themselves. Communities should work together to ensure that these individuals are not only physically safe, but also educated about their rights and the tools available to them for self-defense. In the wake of this incident, there will likely be debates about the use of firearms in self-defense, particularly in public spaces. While some may argue for stricter gun control, it's essential to consider the perspective of those who rely on their right to bear arms to protect themselves in situations where they may otherwise be defenseless. The veteran's actions in this case were not only legal but necessary, given the circumstances. He did what he had to do to survive, and his story will undoubtedly resonate with many who value their right to self-defense. As the suspect recovers and faces potential charges, it's a sobering reminder of the consequences of criminal behavior. For those who might consider preying on the vulnerable, the outcome of this incident sends a clear message: crime does not pay, and in some cases it may cost you more than you ever imagined. The suspect will now have to answer for his actions, facing not only legal repercussions but also the physical and emotional scars of his encounter with a determined and armed veteran. In the broader context, this incident also raises questions about societal responsibility towards those who serve and protect the nation. Veterans, like the man involved in this incident, often face numerous challenges after their service, including physical disabilities, mental health issues, and social isolation. Society owes it to these individuals to ensure they are supported, respected, and, when necessary, defended. This veteran's story is a testament to his strength and resilience, but it also highlights the ongoing struggles that many veterans face daily. As the city of Houston and its residents continue to grapple with the challenges of rising crime, this incident stands as both a warning and an inspiration. It's a warning to those who think they can take advantage of the vulnerable, and an inspiration to all who value their safety and the safety of their communities. The wheelchair-bound veteran's bravery in the face of danger is a powerful reminder that courage knows no physical boundaries and that the right to self-defense is a fundamental part of what it means to be free. In conclusion, while the veteran in this story was able to protect himself and emerge unscathed, the incident is a stark reminder of the realities many face daily in cities across America. As crime rates continue to climb, it's crucial for citizens to be prepared to defend themselves and their property. This story is not just about a veteran in a wheelchair. It's about the broader issue of self-defense and the rights of all Americans to protect themselves from harm. It's a story of courage, resilience, and the enduring spirit of those who refuse to be victims.